That's right, I'm the great and glorious, soon-to-be famous one day, Nick Dutch, coming straight back on the camera yet again. We've got a tarot show coming up, so I hope you enjoyed the readings. We're going to go through a few of the questions, try and provide some answers, some inspiration, guidance, and all the rest of that stuff that can come from a reading, so you can see how a tarot reading can work, how a tarot reading can work for yourself. Remember, if you like what you see here, subscribe to this channel. Remember to rate and comment afterwards, okay? And if you want to have your questions included in the tarot show, quite simply send me an email through on YouTube or on MySpace. Remember this though, that a tarot reading is not a solution providing tool, okay? It's an inspiration gaining tool. So you may have a flash of inspiration or some creativity when going through the reading, which you can then apply to your life, so you yourself can help find the solution for yourselves, alright? It's an entertainment service with some forms of therapeutic benefit as well. Okay, that's right. Now we got the first reading of today. We got a guy called Ross who's had some readings in the past and wants to just get a bit of clarity on the various answers that were provided by the reader. So, as is my tradition, I'm just cutting the deck a few times, see if we can increase the randomness, alright? Because I've already shuffled the deck very thoroughly. But let's see what happens here. Alright, the first thing is Ross has had a reading in the relatively recent past, and the reader spoke of a new relationship developing. Ross has not come across this person yet and wants to know basically what's going on there. Well, let's just have a quick look. We'll do a short progression and see what's coming through. Alright, now this is interesting because the kind of feeling I'm getting on the strength of the reading is that you've been looking out too hard for this person. I mean, the message here is definitely that of loving energy, definitely that of a stable character, a strong female character coming into your life as well. But why would there be a message in the reading that could be summarized by the Fool card? And that can only be a question of not paying too much attention to things which are important. It is my feeling that there is a character who has been around you, who has developed an interest in you, who, for whatever reason, you have not felt that person was somehow right for you, despite the fact that there was potential for future progression. So this does seem to be a character you have come across or had some kind of interaction with, but either you misread the signs or she miscommunicated the signs to you, though it suggests that there is actually a potential relationship in the offering. Over the next 6 to 12 month period is a dramatic change in perspective which is coming through here in the Sword card, alright, and which is leading to a sense of being loved, being nurtured, being looked after, that is present here in the Empress, alright. So we've got a story that's coming through that you might already know the person. I mean, obviously coin cards can often refer to someone you're already aware of, but what the main message of the reading is a change in attitude which is going to bring about the end result of you developing a relationship, and that's essentially the main message there. Alright, now you're also speaking about basically harder economic times and a desire for career progression, and you asked me whether you should stay where you are now as far as work is concerned and get some part-time work on the way, or whether it's actually more important for you, that's basically to find something new. Now this is odd. Well, the main messages I will be getting through in this particular case is that of familiarity. So stay where you are now, but also I would say there's a feeling of diversification. Yes, there's a sense of going it your own in the future, so I would say that everything you're going through at the moment is probably preparation for going self-employed. Not immediately, maybe 2 to 4 years down the line, okay, but for the moment, stick with what you've got and get yourself something extra. We are seeing signs of financial gain on the horizon for you, but that seems to be associated with a major career decision in a couple of years' time. Get yourself a bit of part-time work to tide yourself over, stay where you are now. It seems to be beneficial. I mean, you don't have to go self-employed, but there is a change happening 2 to 4 years down the line, which is going to be big. If you do choose to carry on working for other people, then essentially having a longer period of employment with somebody is actually going to do you some more good. We've got a guy who's called Jeff. The place he's working at the moment, its lease is about to expire. He's loved his work, seriously loved his work, but it hasn't really turned into a career. So this inquirer is curious as to whether he should stay in the same field or do more studying, or basically what. Alright, interesting messages coming through here. As far as financial stability is concerned for yourself, I'm still seeing that. We don't have very strong academic signs coming through in this particular reading, so I can't recommend I can't recommend that you replace work with studies. You got to carry on focusing on the financial aspects and keep on going into the future. Yeah, it does look like you've got great instability where you are now, and that is feeling quite bad and acting against you in accordance with the way these signs are interacting with each other. Where your life is going to take you moving on into the future. So this is showing me that quite simply it would be wise to stay within the same field. Do your studying part-time. Do not replace work with studies. Do work plus some studies part-time. That's essentially the main thrust of this particular reading. But if you want, the whole of the rest of the future to pan out and get through to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, so to speak, your primary focus is to make sure you start doing your research as to where to go next. You do need to have money coming in all the time. I know we all want to live like free people, but we're still in a modern society, and we still got to abide by the rules of the modern society. Definitely do some studying, but I would also say make sure that you keep your head above water and you focus on the financial needs. Okay, that's right. Got the next reading of today. All right, this is someone called Ricky, who's stopped doing the DPhil studies that Ricky was doing before, and now wants to work out where is the best place to live and to work. And the choices are essentially somewhere in England, such as London or Camden area, or possibly in Berlin. So what I'm trying to do is pick up some geographical data. I don't normally do this, but in this particular case, that's the question that you've asked, and I just want to try and focus in on it. The signs that I'm getting here do not seem to have a connection with, or a feeling, which I would associate with somewhere more close to Central Europe or with Germany. The signs here are those of definitely using your wisdom, using your inspiration, and trying to focus on something maybe. London is looking a lot better for you. A sense of stability and the sense of progress you may get from being in the UK is also looking good. I don't know how your German language skills are, but in this particular case, contemplate and to think about the UK. So generally speaking, quite a positive reading. We've still got some signs relating to success here. So as far as your longer term prospects are concerned, we got some financial signs. We got signs of extra gain for yourself. This is still looking very good for you. I don't have too much in the way of worries how things are going to work out longer term. But also, we've still got some academic signs suggesting that you will have the opportunity to return to your studies, if not immediately, then within maybe 1 to 2 years at the outside. Alright? So that's essentially the answer to your question there. Good fortune and God bless. That's right, Nick Dutch here yet again. Hope you enjoyed the readings today. You got a feeling for what the readings can be about and some of the types of questions that can be answered. And I hope you enjoyed it. This is an entertainment show. This is an entertainment service, and it should be seen in that particular kind of a light. Now, what I would say is that if you've got any reading requests at all, email them through to me and I'll get them sorted out for you straight away. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, okay, rate, comment, all the rest of that. I think it's important that people find out what you think about this service, and also so that you can basically promote this, as it is free. It's going out over YouTube, alright, 0 cost to yourself. Send your request through and I look forward to answering your questions in a subsequent show. Good fortune, God bless, Nick Dutch signing out.